marathons, the first mile of a marathon, you got all of these people that are there, right, that are cheering you on and all of that stuff. And then at the end of the marathon, there's even more people to greet the winners. But people forget about those 21 miles in between. You know, there's the first mile and the last mile, which are full, but what about the other 21 miles in between? People forget about, you know, all the pain that you go through there during that period of time. And yeah, you know, Jerry mentioned I've been doing this for 27 years. My formal education is in accounting. I used to do accounting, and I figured out that as an accountant, I was counting money for other people. You're never going to get rich, you know, counting money for other people. Jerry's also mentioned I've been a part owner of these companies. I've been a corporate executive, which means you're still, you know, an employee of the company. I've been a consultant, all kinds of different things, but the real money is made as a distributor, kind of like what we're doing right now, being one of the representatives. You know, when I was looking at Jeunesse, I had been with another company previously, and with that company, you know, I can't bring over any of the team. You know, I sold my position. One of the great things is that you can sell your business. If you build a business, it's like any other business. It's a distribution business. You can sell it. I sold that business, so I can't go back and touch any of those people, right? So I'm starting again from scratch. And people ask, well, aren't you afraid, you know, to go ahead and start from scratch? You know, how are you going to do it again from nothing? Well, once you've done something, once you've got those skills, you can do it again and again. And again.
I have to interject. Carlos is being very, I mean, he was the top guy in the other company. He broke all their records. What took people 10 years, you did in 2 years. Am I wrong?
4 months.
4 months, okay. But who's counting? All right. No, I just got to tell you because when it's all said and done, an industry leader and champion is someone who produces the results. They document it, and Carlos has been documented in many, many ways. But the last company that he was part of, which is a phenomenal company, literally he broke every record they ever had, and he eradicated the entire system.
But, you know, it's when you build a team and you build a system. And that's what it's really all about. Have a strategy, you know, which it encompasses some kind of a system that you put in place, a process. And once you do that, you just take action. And if you want faster results, you take all out massive action. So it's no big deal, you know, it's just, and I'll go ahead and I'll share some of those strategies with you in just a little bit. But we're here to talk about Jeunesse right now. And the reason I chose Jeunesse was because, you know, I had gotten to 51 years old, and I was not getting closer. Even though we were doing good, we were top distributors at the other company, we had a lot of success. We traveled to Paris, to Bali, Indonesia, to Bahamas. We've been all over the place, like 11 vacations in 4.5 years. I still was not getting closer to that ultimate goal that I had. And so what I did was I started to look around. My wife was going through a surgery. My dad was sick. And so I had some time off to go ahead and really begin to think about what it is that I wanted to do. And so I looked at several companies, and I chose very carefully. And this is the company that I decided that I wanted to be a part of. And the main reason for it was because it did business in over 120 countries. This is very important. If you're going to do something today, don't lock yourself into a corner store. Don't have a business which is just a little local business. The world has gotten smaller. I mean, Jerry's live streaming this right now. That means that you can see it all over the world right now through this little tool that he has in his hand. And so when you're going to do something, you want to open yourself up to being able to do business all over the place. So Jeunesse, the first thing that impressed me was that whatever I could do in California, I could do simultaneously just all over the place. And the other night, as we were closing out the month, we had people that were joining our business in China, Mexico, Ecuador, United States. And I say United States, everywhere from New York, Florida, Texas, California, up, you know, northern and southern California. So number one, 121 countries worldwide. Here's the headquarters. The one on the left is the one in Florida. When the company got started, it didn't look like this. This is a brand new facility. The company started on September 9th of 2009. And the reason why is because the number 9, you know, it's a number for longevity. And so this was created with, you know, the purpose of being in business forever. The owners, the founders of the company, amongst the founders of the company, they've been in this industry for over 25, 30 years. So they have intuition as to what works and what doesn't work. And they've served different roles, everything from owners to also consultants to providers of services for the industry. They themselves have been successful distributors. So, you know, it's very hard to go ahead and lead people if you've never done it yourself. You can't teach it if you've never done it yourself. And so this is one of the things that was also very important to me, that the people that were leading the charge had also done it themselves. And so they had very successfully. And so that gave me a very good feeling. So that's the headquarters in Florida. On the West Coast, we have a brand new, local distribution center, and that's in Utah. And so this right here, some of you have ever heard of a company by the name of Monavi. And I look at the color purple because Monavi's color was purple. They were a company that got to $1 billion in sales very, very quickly. They're the ones who really got into the marketplace in antioxidant fruit called acai. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of acai, but they put it in a juice. And Monavi was the one that broke all kinds of industry records. Well, Jeunesse, about a year ago, purchased Monavi. So that's how big Jeunesse has grown. They were able to go on out and buy a company that had been established over 10, 12 years ago and make it a part of the Jeunesse family. That's also what allowed us to open up into Brazil. So, you know, strategically, that's another move that allows us. It's really centered on what we call YES, Youth Enhancement System. So all our products have to do with anti-aging. Jeunesse in French means youth. Okay, so we are into preserving people's youth. How do you, number one, feel younger from the inside? How do you look younger from the outside? And so all our products are based upon that. The first one, the one that really grabs people's attention, is called Instantly Ageless. And that's the very first one you see on there. Then there's Luminous, which has the anti-aging serum and a lot of the products that have the transfer factors in there. And so I'll talk a little bit more about that. Reserve, Affinity, the protein, which Jerry absolutely loves, the Sun Project 8 proteins, AM/PM, Nevo, which is just an incredible energy drink, and you know it doesn't have extra caffeine, all the extra sugar, and because of the B vitamins, I know that when Jerry takes it, it kind of like mellows him out because B vitamins, you know, help work on your nervous system and so on. So Jerry's always hyped when he takes that. You can tell when Jerry's taking a Nevo because he'll have the energy, he'll have everything, but now he has the focus and he's got the concentration as well. So this is Instantly Ageless. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a quick video because I think that documentation is definitely stronger than conversation. So let's take a look at this, and I hope that I hooked it up properly and that we are getting some sound of the television. Oh, we don't have sound. Oh.
We're having a technical difficulty. Please sit by. Well, I can't say that Instantly Ageless is a product that we've seen quite a bit in the industry, in videos and YouTube. This is where someone's bags. Mom, we did Instantly Ageless with you. What happened?
It smooths it. It makes it very smooth.
It takes your bags, and in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes,
Seconds.
it sucks it right down, and then you can put makeup on top of it.
What's the name of it again?
Instantly Ageless.
Okay. You cut it in, and then it really works.
Well, I did her video. Yeah. No, it works. No question about it. See, again, if products don't work, they won't buy it.
What you want to do is twist off the top. You want to squirt out a very small amount. Flip the lid over and reseal it. So you can use this file 2 or 3 more times. It's tap a very, very thin layer. I'm just tapping a very thin layer on her skin, but you want to leave it about 10 or 15% damp on the skin. Do not rub it all the way in because the product works as it's drying, so you want it to allow it to do this.
Okay, I'm going to start a timer. I can't see the...
You haven't seen anything yet.
You can use Instantly Ageless before or after your makeup. First of all, you want to do all your preventative maintenance and all the good stuff first.
What do you see? What are you thinking?
That's an
Did you have any
incredible.
side effects after you used it?
No.
In other words, it's not hard on your skin. It doesn't irritate, right,
You
Mom?
can put a little
Now-
makeup if you want.
Yeah, this is a cosmetic, so it'll last 6 to 9 hours. Okay, so just like, you know, people who use makeup, you know, it's a cosmetic, so it'll last 6 to 9 hours. So how do you get permanent effect? The permanent effect is from the system itself, from Luminesce, okay? Now what makes this so unique, some of you have heard of stem cell technology, right? You guys have heard of stem cells? Well, you know, 10, 15 years ago, it was very controversial because they talked about stem cells from like the umbilical cord and that kind of stuff. Well, over time, you know, they have discovered that you have stem